Good morning. My name is Dale Maley. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about a secret that I found to make your sandpaper last longer on your drill press sleeveless drum sander. Now, in almost every woodworking project I do, my last step is to sand everything to 220 grit, and I often use my drill press drum sander. Technically, it's called a sleeveless drum sander. And to save time, many years ago, I made a wood pattern that's just the right size so I could place that pattern on a sheet of sandpaper, take a pair of scissors, and cut out a new piece. But boy, those darn sheets, they never seem to last very long. They only last a few minutes, and then they usually tear and they start flapping in the drill press. I tried many different sheet manufacturers, some cheap, some expensive, but I really saw no life difference between the various type of sheets that I bought. Now, what is a sleeveless drum sander? Well, here's a picture of mine. On the left, you can see the upper assembly, and there's a slot up there that you stick your sandpaper in, wind it around, and stick the other end in. Then there's a little hollow tube or sleeve that you push up there, and that crimps the sandpaper and keeps it in place. As you can see in the middle picture, you can see the end down there. It's got the little hollow tube, and that holds the sandpaper in position. Then if you're looking straight on the drum sander and the drill press, you get the view that you see on the right. A few years ago, I ran across a company that specializes in all different types of sandpaper. That company is called Klingspor. You can see the corporate symbol in the upper left. One day I was perusing through their paper catalog, and I noticed they sold rolls of sandpaper, as shown on the bottom left. And they just happen to be, they come in 3-inch wide, among other sizes, but 3-inch happens to be the size of my sleeveless drum sander. So I thought, what the heck? Why not try a roll of this stuff and see if it does any better? Now, here's a picture from their screenshot from their website, the Klingspor website, showing the rolls that they sell it in. And the one that I bought to try out was 3 inches wide. It's 10 yards long. It's 220 grit. Then they call it J-Flex cloth backed aluminum oxide. So as you can see on the end of the roll there, there's actually a cloth backing. I guess it's glued onto the sandpaper. So I received the roll of sandpaper. I cut off my first piece and I put it onto the sleeveless sander, and I was totally amazed. The results were just outstanding. The sandpaper almost never tears like the sheets did. It will eventually lose the abrasives, or it will fill up such it won't cut anymore, but you never get that nasty tearing and flapping like you do with the sheets. And I haven't run any scientific studies, but it lasts somewhere between 2 and 5 times as long as the sheets. And it's just one of the greatest time savers I've ever found. I've been doing woodworking 40 years. I wish I discovered these rolls 40 years ago, because it just saves countless time. It reduces the frequency of having to change out the sandpaper, and they actually last quite a fairly good amount of time. They're really an outstanding product. Now, I'm not a sandpaper expert by any means. My best guess is that cloth backing makes all the difference in the world in the sleeveless drum sander application compared to plain sheets of sandpaper. And Klingspor does not really advertise it for use on drill press sleeveless drum sanders, which is too bad. And I even sent the company a note. But it's just a super product if you're using a sleeveless type drum sander. This video explains how to use rolls of Klingspor sanding rolls versus sandpaper sheets to save you many hours of time on your sleeveless drum sander. I hope this tip really helps you out in your woodworking projects. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe. Thank you.